Welcome, a very good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're doing great on this Friday afternoon. Thank you very much for taking time off your busy schedules to join us here and to learn a little bit more about this very special, very technologically advanced, and one of a kind, in fact, first of its kind, industrial park. This is the NCT Smart Industrial Park, and we've been talking about how technology is going to propel us forward into the future. All the components of a great industrial park have already been added to the NSIP. But on top of that, layers of technology and great planning have been put into place to ensure that the NSIP is truly a successful place to do business and puts Selangor on the international map. So to introduce the NCT Smart Industrial Park to you, allow me to now welcome Eddie Lim, General Manager, Sales and Marketing, NCT Group, to kindly take the stage.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for this groundbreaking. All right, so without further ado, let me share with you a quick introduction about the NCT Smart Industrial Park. This NCT Smart Industrial Park comes with the 3 DNA that we can see the forward, revolution, and sustainability. The first certified industrial park under this forward, and second revolution, the first industrial park comes with the IR, 4IR technology, smart components, smart AI component, and last but not least is sustainability. It's ESG driven and Green RE certified. And this is our entrance. They represent the global different perspective above the rest of the different industrial park to give them a value added and also widen route. There are 6 reasons why to choose us. The first that we can see, the first certified MIP, Managed Industrial Park. And second, we talk about the first industrial park coming 4.0. And first industrial park supported by the Telecom Malaysia with this 5G infrastructure. And first industrial park come with the Investment Solution Center with MIDA, MITI, Invest Selangor, with after sales service helping customers to solve all the issue in one-stop solution. And number 5, that we the first ESG industrial park with the Green RE certified and situated in a global center. We're looking at this location. It's located next to KLIA, which we call it the Idris development, which is recently the Menteri Besar announced under the Idris category, which is located in this area we call Integrated Development Region in South Selangor, which consists of 40,000 acres and 1 trillion GDP. For this area, it's well connected to all air, sea, land, which you can see all the highways are connected to this location. Also make it easier for all the transportation and all the logistics. And usually, for what we know that industrial park comes with 2 categories, which is open concept and the other one we call it gated and guarded. So today, we're going to announce to you this new category we call NIP. So there are the 6 components we itemize now here to give you a brief idea about what is NIP all about, why it is so different compared to the normal gated and guarded. The first, security control with is 24 hours and single entry and out. And second, the widened route infrastructure, humanized design on the pedestrian walkway, and we talk about widened route 220 feet, and also cycling and jogging track pedestrian walkway. Third, we can see reliable resources. You talk about smart grid and dual source support, and also come with the waste management and also the 5G and gas support. Number 4 that we can see, to match to international standard, you need to have a worker dormitory, which is our real standard, and we are providing here with up to 30,000 pairs. Number 5, it comes with management services, which we have a one-stop solution, investment solution center. And not only that, with the command center, we have the data center, software service, everything is already the infrastructure for you to set a business. And also the amenities come with the infrastructure and also the clubhouse facility such as swimming pool, gym, tennis court that you can find it, everything in our industrial park. And strong ESG driven in this industrial park, we can be itemized into this environmental, and also social, and also the governance. There you can see the green RE certified, green vehicle, and also rainwater harvesting tank, and also the what we call everything is all include. Like you can see, all we can see MIP guidance, MIP guideline, and also we have an industrial park manager. And this is our entrance. There's a beautiful entrance to welcome you. And also blending all the work and relaxation, everything all in together. So not only in a factory, but you can actually increase more performance and more relaxation area for all your staff. And also getting guarded with a smart AI control and also facial recognition system and car plate recognition system. Strong foundation through the after-sales service, not only selling, but also we have global center to provide a solution and also this outdoor facility. And also very important, operating standard CLQ, we call centralized labor quarters. We have the blue collar and white collar. So to ease the trouble for you to have your workers just a walking distance to your factory. And you can take a look on this. All the roofing are all solar panel ready, meaning that we are moving towards the green energy. So, and also we can see the roundabout we enter and the blue canal and green in the center of the industrial park. Next, this is the blue and green energy to give you a different experience when you come into this industrial park. A convenient, just a doorstep away, you can easily access to the shop, the stall, and F&B, all these things all in together. Yep, come to the practical part. People talk about industrial park is only purely talk about the factory, but today we talk about another thing we call blue and green force system, which achieve into the Sustainable Development Goals, ESG, green RE, which we can achieve the blue force system by flood prevention, reduce carbon footprint, and reduce the temperature of industrial park. How it works. We come to this data from the government side that in this 100 years, the water level up to 4.8 meters. So we raised up the level up to 5.1 in order to give a safe assurance to all our customers in this industrial park in these 50 to 100 years without any worry whenever there's a raining. Take a look at our design of this semi-D. It's a more resort style and detached. That we can open to take a look. It's very nice spaces. We call this smart space. And link detached can be the widened and largest space for the production and warehouses. Take a look to inside. When you open, you can drive through. And also smart space, we consolidate everything into one so that you can save the cost and save timing and save the manpower by way of warehouses, production, office, loading bay, reception, everything all in one. So this is our industrial park land. We turn from 2 acres, 5 acres, up to 100 acres. We do have a different option. Like this is up to the 15 acres. And it's all entire in development with 732 acres. So we consider different functions, not only the factory, but also the green and canal, and also the facility all into this industrial park. Definitely with this, we have a numbers of the industrial parks supported by the government. Like today, we have Invest Selangor, we have MITI and MIDA support, and the sharing by MIDA, and also Invest Selangor later on to talk about the incentive, everything for you, for your customer. And definitely also with telecommunication in 5G, Message in 4G, Microsoft and Huawei in the data center. Nightframe is our MIP industrial park manager. So we do have other green solution like AGV, green quarter, Darko in water solution to clean the water, and SolarWare and Simon is to talk about green roofing. And Funnywear, this skill, Pestage, talk about green and EV charging. And MCCC is our strategic partners in this industrial park to moving this towards the international into the China market. And also Femenka. So university support is very important as a talentship, upskilling and training through the Human Resource Development Corporation, OUM, UCSI, APU, TA, VITA, UTA, and Skill Forward. So next, we will definitely look into the bank support. There we have the different banks. We have a UOB, mBank, and CIMB, RHB. All those banks is coming to our industrial park by way of the providing and financing, which you can up to 190%. Next, I'm going to share with you one video walkthrough for you to enjoy. Thank you. Sorry, it will take some time due to the technical issue. Then we will coming to you short while. Then we enjoy the video that you can see entire production and entire project, all the detailing component, how does it work to bring up the industrial park compared to the others. They can bring up and also leveraging by this industrial park to give you confidence and also to give your customer confidence into the international level. We will say that this is a gateway to global, the gateway to ASEAN. So towards this, is the video ready? Then we can play it anytime. Okay, here we go. So we hear the sounds. Okay, so it's coming. Just give it patience. It's coming to you short while. Yep, here we go. Thank you, everyone. The gateway to global, and welcome to NCT Smart Industrial Park again. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Eddie Lim, General Manager, Sales and Marketing with the NCT Group, for that kind introduction to the NCT Smart Industrial Park. So you've heard a lot about Idris and why this region is going to be so robust within the state of Selangor. So on that note, I'd like to invite Sim Xiao Cheng, Manager of Invest Selangor, to talk to us about why Idris is the gateway to the region, the gateway to ASEAN.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sim from Invest Selangor. I can see that I think more than 90% of you are from Selangor. Am I right? Any one of you from other places than Selangor? Can you put up your hand? Okay, only one. A big applause for him. Welcome to Selangor. So in fact, that I'm sharing some data, especially the economic growth of Selangor over the years. So I will make it fast, short and sweet because so many of you are actually from Selangor. Let me try. Okay. The content that I'm going to share with you today is Selangor at a glance, especially on the economic growth over the years. Selangor's 7 core clusters. Might be you are not aware that Selangor state government has identified 7 core clusters that will be the key drivers of our economic growth. And then about Selangor, my organization, what is our role and what are the mandates given to Invest Selangor. And then I will share with you or update you on what is the latest initiative by state government for the economic growth. And last but not least, as the MC mentioned, 𝐸𝐵, the integrated development region in South Selangor that I'm going to further elaborate to you. Selangor at a glance. Sorry, backwards. If you attended the groundbreaking ceremony this morning, you must have heard that our Chief Minister of Selangor mentioned every year the contribution of Selangor to the national GDP is increasing. So you can see the uptrend of this chart that I'm showing you. Last year in 2021, Selangor contributed 24.8% to the national GDP. And you can see for the manufacturing GDP, we contributed the largest part, 32%, and for service GDP, 26%. This is mainly attributed to the big talent pool of Selangor, 6.52 million people. Sorry, I'm still not used to this. Okay, the location, I don't have to mention more. We are so close to Kuala Lumpur, and we are the home for 2 international airports, including KLIA and Subang Sky Park, and Port Klang, the second busiest seaport in Malaysia. And a growing rail network is another strength of Selangor in connectivity. So the talent pool, we have mentioned that Selangor is the most populated state, and actually, Selangor, we have the highest employment rate among all other states. And we have more than 160 higher learning institutions that nurture more than 65,000 graduates annually. Our workforce are multilingual and also with high level of English proficiency. So you can see from here, over the last 5 years, a total investment value of 67.6 billion ringgit Malaysia into Selangor State and created 84,000 job opportunities for Selangorian. And the top 5 investment sources are China, Taiwan, Japan, Netherlands, and also Singapore. So these are the industrial park. If you talk about the site selection, in fact, in Selangor, we have more than 200 industrial areas, and the 17 here, listed here, are the promoted industrial park by Invest Selangor, including NCT. So for each and every industrial park, they have their unique selling proposition. They have their location strategy. And also, the land price varies from one area to others. I can see some real estate agent is around, so they know the details more than me, maybe. Okay. what are the 7 core clusters. So before pandemic, in West Selangor, for the state, we have identified 5 core clusters in manufacturing, namely life sciences, F&B manufacturing, E&E, machinery, equipment, and transport equipment. But due to COVID-19 pandemic, now we can see 2 fast-growing industries, that is digital investment and also logistic services. So for the state, we would like to take this opportunity to further boost economy of state. So about Selangor. In West Selangor, we have mandates. Basically, promote the investment opportunities in Selangor to facilitate domestic and also global investors for site selection, as well as the consultancy to get approval from the local authorities, and also to coordinate the implementation of their investment projects. Okay, besides promote, facilitate, and coordinate, we also trying to create a business ecosystem with all our partners, especially the agencies from federal governments, and also business associations, financial institutions, and also higher learning institutions to ensure the industry players, they could have more chance to drive their businesses from Selangor to other parts of the world. Okay, now we come to the initiatives by Selangor State. The latest that you have heard, last year, our Menteri Besar Selangor launched the first Selangor Plan, Rancangan Selangor Pertama. So under this RS1, we consolidate all the efforts by the state agencies into one roof so that we have the same direction, same mission to achieve the same vision. For Selangor State, currently we have 4 councils, including the Aerospace Councils, Biotechnology Councils, Information Technology and Digital Economy Corporation, as well as the Rail Council. The council will sit together and think of what we should do and what we can do to achieve our goal set by the state government. So we come up with action plans. Invest Selangor is involved in Selangor Halal Action Plan, Aerospace Action Plan, Biotechnology Action Plan. And these action plans serve as the guidance for us to achieve our mission. So in Invest Selangor, not only our team, Investment Promotion Division, is promoting Selangor. We have 2 coordination offices, including 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐿, in charge of the Aerospace Industries Coordination Office, and 𝐵𝐵𝐿, Biotechnology Industries Coordination Office. So last but not least, 3 weeks ago, on 16 March, our Menteri Besar launched again the IDRIS as well as the guidelines of MIP. I think before this, many people heard about Managed Industrial Park. Everybody claimed themselves as the Managed Industrial Park, but without details of the criteria or guidelines. Only Selangor. Selangor is the first state that introduced and set the guidelines for all the industrial park developers. Hello, come on. Fulfill this guideline, then only you are certified as the Managed Industrial Park. So I would like to congratulate NCT, Smart Industrial Park, to be the first Managed Industrial Park in Malaysia, not only in Selangor. A big hand for NCT for their hard work and also their breakthrough. Okay, on the other hand, for Invest Selangor, we have 2 annual events that take place in Kuala Lumpur Convention Center as well as Sky Park. So these 2 events is actually a global trading platform where all the industry players from all over the world will come together and share their products, share their knowledge, technology, and so on. So we have Selangor International Business Summit, SIBS, and this year is the 7th edition. And later on, I will tell you the date. And for Selangor Aviation Show, which is different from Lima. For SAS, Selangor Aviation Show, because we focus on the private jet and general jet. So for Rancangan Selangor Pertama, I think we have Rancangan Malaysia for 12 continuously, and for Rancangan state planning, only Rancangan Selangor Pertama. So Selangor is actually the first. I want to learn something from NCT because they claim so many number one, you know. So for Selangor, we want to claim we are the number one who come up with Rancangan Selangor Pertama. And the end result or the goal that set under Rancangan Selangor Pertama is to make Selangor a smart, livable, and prosperous state by 2025. So under Rancangan Selangor Pertama, we have 4 strategic themes, including strengthening the economy, enhancing social inclusivity and well-being, advancing sustainability. Sustain is a keyword. And also smart and effective governance. So for Invest Selangor, we're focusing on strengthening the economy. So under strategic theme 1, you can see 9 focus sectors. Actually, among the 9, you can see 7 core clusters that I mentioned earlier. So it means that we cover more than two-thirds of the focus sector under Rancangan Selangor Pertama. So these are 2 events that I mentioned. For SIBS this year, it will be held from 19 to 22nd October at Kuala Lumpur Convention Center. There will be 6 component events running concurrently. You can look for chance for F&B, Medic, or even Spark, Selangor Industrial Park Expo, where you can see the developer will showcase what are their latest project or development, where you can find the best site location for your project. And besides that, we have Smart City, R&D and Innovation, and also Selangor ASEAN Business Summit. So for SAS, it will be held in September, 7 to 9 September. So you are welcome to have a look and explore the opportunities in aerospace industry. Sorry, now come to a very important part, that is Idris. So Idris was officially launched 3 weeks ago on 16 March. And it covers an area of 40,000 acres in Sepang and Kuala Langat district. I think this is something you are quite familiar with. And there are 10 mega projects under Idris, including NCT Smart Industrial Park. And the GDV, the gross development value, is about 1 trillion ringgit. So you can see the effort of our state government to push or to boost the economic growth in southern area. In fact, like what our Chief Minister mentioned this morning, different area of Selangor, they have different strength, and that's why different project or different focus area for the different region. For the southern region of Selangor, we focus on development, and that's why we have 10 mega projects across residential, commercial, as well as the industrial projects. So these are the incentives. Incentives for the developer as well as for the investors. So you see the special premium scheme and installment on development charges without interest, assessment fee exemption for vacant land, and 50% discount on assessment fee for unoccupied building. And last but not least, a business license fee exemption for 5 years. You can see among 5 incentives, 4 are mainly for the developer, and the last one is for the investor or industry players. And for Selangor Managed Industrial Park, you can see from the presentation by Eddie just now, in fact, the developer have to put in more effort to make it a well-managed and maintained industrial park. So what are the benefits? What are the encouragement from the authorities, from the state government? Later, I'll share with you. But the key concept, the major concept of MIP is manage and maintain industrial park. I think most of you have heard that industrial park is always been described as a Jurassic Park. So many dinosaurs running around to make this industrial park very messy, not maintained, unable to maintain for maybe 2-3 years. But under MIP, the guidelines saying that this industrial park, after developed by the developer, must be managed and maintained by IPM, Industrial Park Manager or Industrial Park Operator. This is a must for the MIP to fulfill. Enhancement on maintenance and operation and rebrand the future industrial park. So you can see the conventional industrial park, how it is different from the future industrial park that just now, and NCT Smart Industrial Park showing you the nice landscape, and it will be remain the same, isn't it, for 10, 20 years? Okay, they say yes. Okay, I did say yes. So that is how they fulfill. They must fulfill the guidelines. They must control the dinosaurs so that they won't run everywhere and make it a very messy industrial park. So actually there are 7 components under MIP. The main components. For the land area, it must be minimum 200 acres so that the developer can synergize all the resources to make it happen or to maintain and manage it well. Okay, these are the incentives for MIP. You can see the incentives for MIP is more than IDRIS because the developers or the industrial park operators, they have put in a lot of resources to fulfill the guidelines, the requirement of the guidelines. And from 1 to 7 is mainly for developer and industrial park operator. And for bottom, from 1 to 4 is mainly for the investors and industry players. So if you want to know more details, please come to us at Invest Selangor. We will attend to you and answer any of your questions. That's the end of my presentation. Once again, thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you, NCT, for the chance, and also thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sim. We'd like to invite you, Ms. Sim, to kindly remain on stage as I invite Eddie back up on stage to present a memento of our sincere appreciation to Ms. Sim Xiao-Cheng, Manager Invest Selangor, for her presentation this afternoon. Once again, thank you, Ms. Sim Xiao-Cheng, and thank you, Eddie, for presenting the memento. Next, we'd like to invite Mr. Sukri Abu Bakar, the Director of Domestic Investments with MIDA, to talk about FDI and DDI incentive benefits. On that note, we'd like to invite Mr. Sukri to kindly take the stage.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thank you for NCT. Congratulations for your launching for the new industrial park, the Smart City, Smart Industrial Park. I think this is the good initiative by the private sector to to be they call it the first. The smart industrial park in the country and also in the region. For MIDA, I think we feel that we are very also proud on that your initiative. Then we would like to see more you know, the companies to be choose your park as for the smart industrial park. I think this is a very, they call manage, it's a proper setup, and also lots of collaboration with the universities, the talent development, and also the local authority. I think besides the purpose of the meeting, I think this is to provide some information about what we do in 𝐸𝐷𝐼. As you know, 𝐸𝐸𝐷𝐼 was established in 1967. It's a very old organization from they call FIDA, FIDA, Federal Industrial Development, and also we changed the name to Malaysian Industrial. Then we changed again to the Malaysian Investment. We cover all the sectors, not only industry, and also we cover certain related services sector in Malaysia. What 𝐸𝐷𝐼, we have they call truly international. We are promoting investment, the foreign direct investment into the country. We have 21 offices globally. I think whatever the company, I think there's here, Malaysian company here, I think you're looking for any partner, looking for any kind of technology collaboration, or you want to bring back to the country, I think you can also contact our office in that particular country. This is some the offices, our global network. And also we have state offices in Selangor. We have 𝐸𝐷𝐼 Selangor. And what we do, we work closely with Invest Selangor. We are in the federal level and the state level. What we do, we facilitate, we bring the investors to visit. For example, NCT is ready. We can also bring them to visit your facilities in your park. Because we have a lot of leads. We, in terms, still in a negotiation with the potential company, then we can bring them to visit the park. The current policy that we have, in terms of the current policy, because when we are promoting investment, we need to have in line with our national policy. We have they call new investment policy. They call NIA. We focus on the ESG. So the certain sector that we are focusing with, you can see the key sector that we are focusing is the digital economy, E&E sector, pharmaceutical, aerospace, and also the chemical. Besides that, we also in line with our 12 Malaysia plan. You can see that our focus is more to be high impact growth of industry. You can see the certain sector that we are still same in terms of the national investment aspiration. And then we also work closely with the 𝐸𝐷𝐼. Is a 𝐸𝐷𝐼 and 𝐸𝐷𝐼 work together. They call Digital Investment Office. We work closely with the 𝐸𝐷𝐼 to penetrate, to attract more data center, more submarine cable, dark fiber, broadband, and 5G come to. You can see last year we approved a few data center in Johor, in Sedana. So I think the bike dance avenue for TikTok in Johor. What we do, we mentioned earlier, we are doing the promoting investment for foreign direct investment, and also as well as the DDI. So we encourage a local company also to expand their business internally and also globally to more competitive. And also in 𝐸𝐷𝐼, we do we process application for manufacturing. Besides we do the promoting, we also process the application for manufacturing license, investment incentive, tax incentive, also the matching grant, the certain grant that we give for local company. I think that's information. Maybe if you need more information, you can contact us afterward. And also we also processing the call custom duty exemption. We do custom work also in 𝐸𝐷𝐼. We process the application for company looking for importing certain product, the part and component, raw material is not available in Malaysia. But there is import duty, you can apply for exemption from 𝐸𝐷𝐼. And also we are processing they call expatriate post. It's an immigration matter. in Maida. We have immigration officers stationed in Maida. It's a one-stop center. We have 14 officers, immigration officers based in Maida to assist companies in doing business in Malaysia. And PACU, we are creating the PACU, I think, in terms of to assist company after approvals. We also creating the called PACU, Project Acceleration and Coordination Units. These are purpose to assist, to facilitate company in terms of the implementation. I think we can work closely with all the developers to assist how we can expedite the process of the approvals in the state level. This is the called the organization to update for all of the businesses should know about Maida, what we do. So our main focus in the promotions is our core business is promotion to promote investment into Malaysia. But we have 12 divisions in Maida. We have total, our workforce in Maida is 800 staff. So each division, we have very dedicated officers, expert in the fields, in terms of electronics, machinery, transport, chemical, everything. So, and we are focusing on manufacturing and services. Besides that, we have also another division they call industry talent divisions to work closely with the universities, and we have a 12,000 resume in our data. To if any company is looking for talents, please contact us. And also we have the tariff I think I mentioned earlier. In terms of performance, you can see the performance for, just to highlight about 2021, I think after COVID, you can see that in 2021, we approved investment, $46.8 billion investment. That one during our, you can mention our close, the border, everything. But I think the investment come to, then I think this is shows that the company is seriously, I think their company is very confident to do business in Malaysia, particularly in sector electrical and electronics, producing the chip in Malaysia. This country that's investors, the main top investors in the country, from Netherlands, Japan, Singapore, US, and Hong Kong. This is a major investment that we approve for 2022. You can Intel is a 30 billion investment, Horizon Solar 42.2 billion, AT&S from Australia is about the chip, $1.9 billion investment. There's some of a prominent manufacturing company in Malaysia. For us to attract more investment, we have very selected in terms of the sector, the industry. For example, the E&E, we are very strong in they call in Penang. I think very in the wafer fab, everything. But so certain wafer fab is not available in Malaysia, so we try to attract more wafer fab company and LC design test. So this list is, we keep reviewing the list, how Malaysia, because it depends on the ecosystem in Malaysia. Whatever the ecosystem in Malaysia is available, that I think we can promote that kind of industry to bring into Malaysia. These are some other sectors: transport technology, building technology, life science, circular bioeconomy, food technology, and resource-based industry. I think if you have any partner or you're looking for kind of bringing them to Malaysia, we can have a very good incentive for them to, if you would like to invest in Malaysia. This is under services sector. We are promoting the called Center of Excellence in Services, Digital Smart Innovation Hub, Hyperscale Data Center, Digital Technology, and also the healthcare, marine, logistics, green technology, advanced technology. So this is sector under services that we are promoting. When we said the earlier about the sectors in manufacturing and services, this is incentive that can be considered for companies if they're interested to come to Malaysia. The incentive varies from 5 to 10 years. It's 70% to 100%, depending on the technology and also the process, the manufacturing process that they bring to the country. We will see from end to end, A to Z, from the raw material and also the end product. So the process, then we can study the company, technology, and if they're not available, it's very high tech, so we can also consider very high incentive for them. And also we have also the called customized package incentive. Is customized means that we can do the negotiation. For example, a big company like Intel just now, the approvals, we do a negotiation because they're looking for other country. They go also looking for Vietnam during that time, Vietnam and also Thailand for their investment. But I think we do some negotiation for them to consider Malaysia. Why people, you know, if you go outside, lots they call competition with ASEAN country, especially with Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam. So this is beside the incentive, there's other factors that can convince investors to come to Malaysia. The first is about the strong economy fundamentals. This is very important. You can see that our GDP grow. You can see that until 2022, we grow 8.7%. These are factors that you can also explain to your potential client and also maybe the others partner or looking for joint venture technical collaboration. So this is the first economic fundamental. I think this is very important because the company, besides they're looking for the incentive, also they're looking for the country performance. There's a second about the strategic location, about the ASEAN. You can see the locations between, you can fly from here 4 hours to India, 4 hours to China. There's the two big giant economy in the region. And also we are very, they call business friendly investment policies. You can, company can also have 100% equity for the manufacturing and also certain selected services. And also you can bring back, repatriate your profit out of Malaysia, no restriction, and also you can have they call expatriate position in the key posts and term posts in Malaysia. And also we put in place they call IGA, Investment Guarantee Agreement, with the 60 countries, and also the IP we put in place. We have a MIPO in Malaysia to ensure that we have a very they call the precise, very control about the IP and a trademark and patent in Malaysia. The third about the ecosystem. I think this is very important, the ecosystem, the matched ecosystem, because like Intel, when they come to Malaysia, they will not do everything A to Z in their factory. They will outsource from the supplier. So in Malaysia, we have very strong local supplier can supply the standard, the quality to Intel. So this is, you can see the case of semiconductor. We have very strong in the R&D, wafer fabrication, assembly, test, and also the EMS. This is, and also the supporting by local company. Local company, you can see Silterra, Mimos, Inari, 𝐒𝐚𝐫𝐿, and also these are creating the spin-off effect and also create the local capabilities to be suppliers in Malaysia and also international. And also we have talents and enabler to support the industry. And we also very strong in the supporting industry, mold and die. We have 446 companies, metal casting, and so machining, metal stamping, and also metal fabrication forging and heat treatment, surface engineering. So this is the called supporting industry is also very important for companies to invest, to consider Malaysia for their investment. And then this is about the digital backbone. I think you can heard about the digital nationals, the Ericsson, the collaboration, and also the telecom, Celcom, and Digi, and mobile also work together to call the Jendela, Malaysia National Digital Network, Jalinan Digital Negara Jendela, so 5G. This is very important to the all technology they call industrial park, because need to have very strong 5G. So because all the company involved in the high tech, they will do lots of technology and then to ensure that we need to have very good they call the 5G network because some company using the robotic technology, so to ensure the signaling everything, the Wi-Fi work properly, this is very important to us. And also the talent capability in Malaysia, we can talk, we can speak English very well. So if for example, one company, they want to come to Malaysia, they're looking for Malaysia as a hub, because Malaysian, as a Malaysian, we can, so the Chinese in Malaysia can speak Mandarin, Hokkien, or to penetrate the China market. For the Malaysian Indian also can speak Tamil to penetrate India. So this some they call the talent capabilities in Malaysia, and also Malay also can penetrate Indonesia. They can speak some Indonesian language. So this is some value proposition for Malaysia. Why some company have chosen Malaysia as a hub. And also you can see the numbers graduates from all the universities. So we hope to more TVET, more is a student in the SNT, Science and Technology, have been produced in Malaysia. And then this is they call Made in Germany. We work closely with a sponsor like JPA, Mara, overseas. This is an example about the Made in Germany. Is a Malaysian student study there. So we work closely with all the German investors have an operation based in Malaysia, like B. Brown, Infineon, to take as an internship for Malaysian to work there. Then they come back to work with a company in Malaysia, because they can speak German, and also they know the culture German when they study in Germany. We work with Japan also, Japanese university for students there, scholarship student. And we work in America. We try to find a few companies in like Intel, Motorola to hire Malaysian student in Malaysia. And then this is the call gateway to ASEAN. We signed the CPTPP and also the RCEP. That's become more larger market size for Malaysian companies and also foreign companies based in Malaysia to export their product globally. This is a more attractive kind of the strategy that we use to attract more investment into Malaysia. And this my last slide about the ranking. I think this is always that we use. Why Malaysia is a position is a top country. If you can see the Bloomberg rank about first in the top country in the Southeast Asia for foreign investment. This is a recognition by foreign publication, foreign the research institution about Malaysia. Even though we have so many situation in the last few years, we have so I think we hope, like MIDA, we continue to promote, even though the changes of the government, even though we like to see Malaysia is come back, grow. We work would like to see the local company, Malaysian company also, to take opportunity. Like we also in our my domestic investment division, we have also the call creating one unit to call local sourcing unit, and we assist a company, Malaysian company, to be a vendor for multinational companies. Then we do facilitate how they can get the technology, how to become the tier 1 or tier 2 supplier to the multinational company. So, and that note, thank you very much. I think once again, thank you for NCT. Congratulations again. So hopefully, if you need any further clarification or further information, please contact Maida. I think my colleague here, Farhan, also here. And hopefully, all the best. I think, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sukri. We'd like to invite you, sir, to kindly remain on stage for just a short moment as I invite Eddie back to present a certificate as a memento of our appreciation to Mr. Sukri Abu-Bakar, Director, Domestic Investment Division of MIDA. Once again, thank you, Mr. Sukri, and thank you, Eddie. Moving forward, we explore the market to China. We'd like to invite a representative from MCCC to kindly take the stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dato' Teh Kim Teh. I'm the head of the legal department of MCCC and chairman of the MCCC NCT collaboration subcommittee. I'm representing my association, Malaysia-China Chambers of Commerce, to make a short presentation here. First of all, I would like to thank NCT for giving us this opportunity, okay, to be part of this event and to share with ladies and gentlemen our association, our roles, our objective, and what connection we have with NCT in this NSIP project. We straight down. Excuse me, I need help. Sorry, I'm not familiar. Press this one. Oh, this one, not this one. Okay, thank you, Eddie. Thank you. Okay, let me give a brief introduction of MCC. MCC was founded in 1990. Okay, before this actual formation of this MCCC, many Malaysian Chinese businessmen did business in China. In particular, attended those so-called Canton trade fairs. Okay, and those days, the 1970s, trading between Malaysian businessmen and China must go through partners. You can't do business individually. It was forbidden for any businessmen to do business with the Chinese businessmen through personal arrangement. Okay, now, then later, through government's interventions, right, and the trading restrictions have been very much removed, and therefore this businessman set up our current organization, Malaysian China Chamber of Commerce. From the name itself, it's very clear that our associations focused on doing business with the Chinese entrepreneurs, Chinese businessmen, and also between ourselves, members of NCCC, promoting business opportunities in China. Okay, and we are a non-governmental organization and also a non-profit making organization. So our association is multi-ethnic. That means even though it's Malaysian Chinese Chamber of Commerce, but our members consist of Chinese, Malays, Indians, and other races as well. Of course, the majority, as it is now, it's the Chinese businessmen and entrepreneurs. And currently, we have about 2,000 corporate members. Our memberships is open to business corporation or registered businesses. Okay, so 80% of our members are SMEs. Okay, so big conglomerates, international big companies, they have their own way of doing business with Chinese counterpart, Chinese businessmen. But small and medium enterprises, they may not have their way of creating or promoting contacts with Chinese businesses. And therefore, MCCC provide a very good platform for the businessmen in Malaysia, in particular the young entrepreneurs, young businessmen who wants to explore the opportunities of doing business in Malaysia. They can use MCCC as a very good platform. Now, of course, our members come from all fields and all areas, different categories. Generally, they are in tradings, manufacturing, including all kinds of technologies, finance, agriculture. At one time, many of our members are involved in exporting durians to China. Even today, there are still many of our members are exporting frozen durians to China. Then, of course, real estate and property developments and tourism. Our president, Mr. Lu, it's the operator of Pearl Holidays, travel and tour, and many other of our members are also in this industry. Education, our former president, Dato Tan Yu Sing, was, I think he is still, the chairman of the INTI, International College. And our current Secretary General, Mr. Tan Yin-Fong, is operating 2 international colleges now, okay? And of course, consultancy and services, many areas, in the legal, in accountancy, in logistics, in healthcare, and of course, IT is an area where a lot of our members are involved, and all other industries. Generally, in fact, all our members are from all kinds of industries. So we have a widespread of members. Now, our HQ is in Kuala Lumpur, okay, this Frasers Business Park. But we have administrative branches. We have 11 administrative branches. You can see almost in all states, except Selangor and Negeri, Sembilan, and of course KL, because we, our HQ is located in KL and cover these 2 states as well. Okay, now with this number of administrative branches means that we are able to service our members throughout the whole countries. Okay, Now, what have we done in promoting trades and investments? Okay, first of all, as our association names stated very clearly that we focused on business between Malaysia and China and Malaysia, vice versa, okay? Now, therefore, our main function is to promote trades between these two countries. We organized yearly Malaysian-China Entrepreneurs Conference, MCEC. Every year we organize once, but one time in Malaysia and one time in China. Okay, so we had held this MCEC in Chengdu, in Nanjing, in Suzhou, and coming this year, most probably in October or November in Hainan. And alternatively, every year we have held the MCEC once in Malaysia. Okay, I will elaborate more on this MCEC later. Okay, now we organize business matching events. So alongside with this MCEC, we organize business matching events. Now, in addition, we also organize business matching events with delegates or representatives from trade association or government organization from China who come to Malaysia to visit us. Okay, so this is another way that we actually open opportunities for our Malaysian businessmen to be in contact with businessmen from China and to explore all whatsoever opportunities that can be available. Then we also organize trade exhibition in China. Okay, now in China every year they have various kind of trade exhibition. Okay, now when we say we organize trade exhibition means we arrange our members, businessmen, to participate in trade exhibition in China. Okay, and this occurs frequently, at least 2-3 times a year. In particular, there are many trade organizations, trade expos, trade so-called forums. They send us invitation, and we will share this invitation with our members. And members who are interested, or maybe members who are doing business who are related to the kind of exhibition, can take the opportunity and join this exhibition. Then we also organize business visit trade mission. Now this is very frequent, very frequent. For example, recently our president led about 20 over of our committee members and members to join the Pour Asia Forum. And after that, they flew to Beijing. Together, of course, well, our Prime Minister was also there and joined the Beijing Economic Forums. Okay, so there they meet up with businessmen and they explore opportunity or even expand their business opportunities. And of course, reception of governmental and private delegates from China. Now, this is very important to our members here. From our past records, every month, our office in KL receives at least 15 delegates or visitors from China. They are not individual. They come with from the what they call governmental office, business organizations, or in groups, and they come here to explore business opportunities. So we open it up to our members, committee members as well as ordinary members, to meet up with them, and from there, you know, they get the opportunity to what they call match up businesses. Okay, and also, of course, we publish Malaysian-China Business Magazine, which is bilingual, that means in English and Chinese, and the Malaysian-China Trade and Investment Guide. Now, this provide some information very useful to our members. Okay, you can see from here that actually we really focus on business trade between China and Malaysia and try to provide a very good platform for our members. Now, this is our Mr. Lu, the president, okay, the current president. And of course, he has something to say. And first of all, he congratulates NCT for this successful groundbreaking ceremony for this NSIP. And of course, he says that, I think he has said something here, and says, as a trade association, MCCC welcome high quality and high technology foreign companies making direct investment and doing business in Malaysia. And of course, foreign companies in particular refers to company from China. Now, as a strategic collaboration partners of NCT Group, okay, then of course, we are very enthusiastic, he says, to recommend the NCT Smart Industry Park to our members and foreign investors. And this is what we are doing now. We share all the information about NSIP with our members. And of course, there are already some good response from the members, and we will do more. And recently, when our president went to China, and he also share and spread this idea of inviting China's businessmen to come to invest in Malaysia. And when they come and invest, not only benefiting the Chinese businessmen, not only benefiting the NCT, but a lot of our Malaysian businessmen can provide supplementary, complementary, whatever services to them. And many people can benefit if the China's investors come to Malaysia, okay? And this is what he said and what he feel when he joined Boao, and he felt a strong trend and unlimited possibility of trade development opportunity in various fields for ASEAN and China businesses, okay? And also he talked about his visit to Beijing together at the same time with our president. So in short, he says that what I have seen and heard about the upward development trend in Chinese company investing in Malaysia after the COVID pandemic is positive. And in fact, just now we have seen Maida and the presenter also share with us. Everything looks positive. Okay, so now that's what I said. What is Malaysians MCEC doing, or what it is its function? Now, MCCC is first important thing is flagship annual event. It's economic forum. So thousands of participants join each year's economic forums. And from our past records, if it is held in Malaysia, we used to get, before COVID, more than 1,000 participants from China. And these people coming over here, not just purely for holidays, they come here genuinely to seek business opportunities. In fact, a lot of our members now are doing business with China's businessmen and entrepreneurs through their contacts, business matching. During this forum, so annual event, we have been organizing 12 consecutive years since 2011, this event, 2011. And MCCC even strove through the tough time during COVID pandemic by organizing the event via online and offline. Even online, the participation was very, very encouraging. So now, as I said just now, this MCEC is held annually, but once in Malaysia and once in China. Then those who wish to actually really feel what's the kind of business environment in China should join the forum in China. It's organized by MCCC, Malaysian Organizing the Forum in China. The participation of the Chinese businessmen was very, very encouraging, very positive, okay? Now, entrepreneurs are geared towards exploring the business opportunity, applying the RBI and the RCEP with the most appropriate strategies. I think also Road and Belt Initiative, I think most of us are very familiar now. And of course, RCEP is the new, what they call comprehensive economic partnerships for ASEAN and some of the non-ASEAN countries. But MCCC is encouraging members to take advantage. And we organize talks among members at headquarters level and also administrative office level. And we also have the young entrepreneurs wing and also the women entrepreneurs wing. And respectively, they are very, very active movements. So this MCEC serves as a platform for Malaysia and overseas entrepreneurs to secure more and various investment agreements via business matching sessions. So now, just now I have just mentioned, MCEC held in Malaysia has attracted over 1,000 participants annually from Malaysia, China, and ASEAN country. And MCEC held in China emphasized quality over quantity and has attracted thousands of investors from China to participate and to look for business and investment opportunity in Malaysia. When we say quality over quantity, because if we don't emphasize on quality, the number of participants will be many more than the few thousands that were allowed to participate, because of the number of businessmen in China is so big, okay? So now come to what is the role of MCCC in this NSIP project? Why are we invited here to introduce to all of you about MCCC? Now, MCCC would like to appreciate and would like to thank NCT for inviting us as a collaboration partner. Now, because, as I think has been mentioned earlier, NCT, besides keen and interested to invite Malaysian or local investors to invest in their this project, the Smart Industry project, they are also looking at inviting more businessmen from overseas. And just what they have successfully secured a contract with 𝐒𝐦𝐚𝐫𝐭. Yes, 47 acres and from China. Okay, I believe they are also still negotiating with some Chinese, businessmen to invest in NCT. But knowing that MCCC has a very long-established trade business relationship with China's businessmen, and we are also very well known in China. One of the Malaysian association that's well known in China is because we focus on business between China and Malaysia, and therefore NCT and MCCC agree that we should cooperate. Where MCCC, we are a non-profit making company, we help to promote. We are not doing agency work. We are help to promote this product to our members, local members, as well as to interested investor, potential investors in China. And this is in appreciation of the supports from NCT to us during the past years. I just mentioned, since 2011, we have held 12 MCEC events. And during all these events, the boss of NCT, Dato Sri, had been giving us financial supports and other supports to all our events. So this is mutual supports. And we, through this arrangement with NCT, we encourage members or potential members to buy property at NCT. And if you do so through MCCC, you will get a special discount, special privilege, which is over and above all whatsoever discounts, privilege, rebate given to any other purchaser. So, if you are already MCCC members or any of your friends and once intend to buy a property with under this NSIP, come to us. We give you a recommendation letter, simple as that. You don't have to pay us a single cent, and you enjoy. Can I announce the benefit or not, Eddie? Yes? No? Okay, come and see us. Very, very attractive benefits, because I think this is something. But if you are not a member yet, it doesn't matter. You come to us, fill in a membership form, pay 3,000 membership fees, and you enjoy many folds of discounts and saving. Okay, and this is the, now with this so-called win-win arrangement, we help NCT to promote this fantastic number one, this so-called smart industry park to our members. And this is actually our duty as a trade organization. We must try to share with our members what are the so-called new things, new good things, new opportunities. Okay, and at the same time, we are showing our appreciation for NCT support, and we look forward for long-term more support from NCT to our organization. Okay, so I think I've taken enough time. I hope that this is sufficient to give you an idea what MCCC is, our role, our objective, and our relationship with NCT. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dato. We'd like to invite Eddie to kindly join us back up on stage in presenting a certificate as a memento to Dato representing MCCC on stage. Once again, thank you, Eddie, and thank you to the MCCC. Moving forward, we put the focus on IR 4.0 as it creates new value to your business. Dr. Lee Wah Peng, Industrial 4.0 Evangelist, Skill Forward Director, will be taking us through this topic of interest. And on that note, please welcome Dr. Lee to the stage.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lee Wah Peng here. So today, I would like to share a little bit about the how the 4IR can help you to increase your business value. Okay. Now, first of all, I would like to introduce you the Skill Forward solution. As you know, that NSIP is a smart industrial park, and you must know talents away, #1 challenge in our country, right? So we have to taking care of the talents. So that's the reason why 𝐒𝐚𝐫 Consulting and the NCT Group form a company called Skill Forward Solution, Sdn Bhd in NSIP. Now, of course, I'm not talking about the company, but I'm talking about the how are you going to make money, okay, from 4IR. Now, when you look at the digital transformations, I mean, you go outside to attend many of the seminar, webinar. I want to ask you one question: what is the outcome? What is the outcome of after you successfully digitally transform your company? Now, the outcome is digital data. Sorry, disappointed you. You think it's technology, it's not technology, okay? It's a digital data. Now, why digital data is so important? Now, even you look at the Industry 4.0 mission, I guess you listen to many people define Industry 4.0, but we define Industry 4.0 as connecting supply chain for business value creation. It's all about business. It's not about technology. Technology is just enable you to make your business. Okay? Now, in these statements here also for mission, the last value creation, you need digital data. Okay? Now, of course, it is not that easy to connect the supply chain because supply chain is horizontal integration. It involves many stakeholders. You need a society to bring them all together and we create value together. Now, how this digital data can create value for you? I want to give you a little bit of academic method. First, if you have actual products, we are businessmen, we sell product. Now, product is not just about physical product, can be services. Can be services, can be any item, can be any physical product that you sell. Now, you look at the design package feature, this is called actual products. Like for example, like you sell car. Now, the car, the core value here is bring someone from one places to the other places conveniently, right? That is the core value of a car if you are from Proton, right? But do you think that your product create value only based on the core benefit and the actual product you sell? If you can understand these slides, actually you have a mindset same as like Germany or most of the European country focus on. Now they are focused on augmented products. How about how to make sure that you are maintain well, help people to do maintenance, warranty, after sales service, installation, delivery. This is called augmented products. Are you focused on this? Or you just focus on the core product or actual product, you do hard selling, discount price, whatever. Now, in Industrial 4.0, 4IR, there's one thing that you don't know, is data. And data is actually augmented product. You never explore the power of the data. Now, I'll give you an example. Data can create business value, right? You can use digital data to improve productivity, right? Everyone told you that you can have OEE for productivity, right? You can lower the cost. You can have a good quality. These are all core actual products. So what is any more value? I tell you, the additional more value, many more than the actual products value. First one, okay? You have a lean process, right? Lean process, you need data. Are you doing it? Second, you have a best services because you can understand people. You can understand the customer very well. Any more? There are 9 more. Third one, you reward system better. You remain the best person in a company because you based on data, not based on friendship, or polish a shoe. You understand? Because you got facts to reward people, you maintain the good one, the bad one go to next floor. Agree? Okay, next one. You meet the customer needs, right? Taobao, Lazada, Facebook, YouTube, they meet customer needs. How do they know? They got data. Any more? Yes. Product features. Because you know the customer need, you design your product in a better features. This is how iPhone do. You can have agile processes. You reduce the cost, right? If the machine is not using, you can maximize it. You can arrange your production processes more agile way. Can you do that? You cannot, right? Okay, next one. Reduce risks. Reduce the risks. Now, the risk is not just about the risk in your production, no. The risk of You supply to a customer, all the raw material come to you, reduce the risks. For example, like chemicals, like biochemical, like pharmaceutical. You need to control temperature, for example, right? Right? You buy insurance. You buy insurance. Now, if you have the data, do you think bank will give you discount on insurance? Can? That is augmented products. Any more? Yeah, a few more. One more. You can connect your supply chain. You understand your supplier and you understand your customers. Both. You rub my shoulder, I rub your shoulder. I help you to make money, you help me to make money. What money we make, we share among each other. Okay? Okay, next one. You can attract investor because you got visibility. Right? You cannot just based on talk only, you know. I talk. Well, my company good. Where's the data? You got visibility. When you have a visibility, people invest. All right? Agree? A few more. You can have a bank liquidity also. Agree? Because I'm very transparent. I got visibility. Bank liquidity you because they have a low risk of bank. If you have a two customer, one has no data, no visibility, the other got visibility, you loan to which one? You give liquidity, you liquidity to this one. You just decide. Next one. You even can use it to apply the grant. Right? Right? You tell the government, I got the data, you can audit me anytime you want. So you imagine if you can understand the augmented product in the data, you create value. You no need to fight for discounting price, all this discount anymore, fighting pricing war. No need. You even can increase your price. The other way around. Okay? So, for example, I give an example. Let's say this is construction supply chain. You know you create data somewhere in your supply chain. You have to think what value can you create from other stakeholders in your supply chains. Agree? Next one. Now, for IR technology related to constructions, the technology will generate data for you, digital data. Now, all this technology that you are seeing over here is actually to help you to create value. So meaning that before you invest money in any of the technology, you must sit down and think how to create value first. Because investment, return on investment, right? Now, but there are two major challenges in Malaysia now. Don't talk about 10 years later or 10 years before. 10 now. A lot of SME cannot cross over. Why? There are two challenges only. The first one here is blueprint. They have no blueprint. They try and error. They use their money to try and error, right? Do you have a blueprint? You build a construction, you build a NSIP, you don't have blueprint. Eddie, got blueprint? No blueprint. You come and build. You must have an architect to build, to have a blueprint first. And these are all top management first. Don't talk technology, talk blueprint first. What are you want to be next 5 years from now? What value you want to change? What's the business model? Are you thinking about that? Next one, talent, definitely one. This one, no escape. Okay, so now, from the business model in industrial revolution, there's a 3IR to 4IR. 4IR actually basically is about interconnecting the supply chain, okay? So meaning that the key successful in this 4IR is not just technology. Actually, you don't need to talk about technology first. It's not bottom up, you know, it's top down, you know. Technology is at the bottom. Agree? Any CEO, you know technology, any technology, you know, you know nothing about technology. You know business, you know how to make money only. Okay, so actually, you need to do architecting, actually. So if you don't do it, then it's like a squatter area. So even for this architecting for construction industry, you have Lembaga Architect Malaysia. Digital transformation change the whole business model. Make a lot of money, there's no architect. Are you surprised? I'm very surprised, you know, because I was doing R&D for 5 years and studied Germany's successful story. I noticed that we don't have any architect. Everyone trying it, like blinded, fly AV and try. Okay? So actually the business architecture is about strategy by management. Now, you look at the readiness of Industry 4.0 in Malaysia, this one under MPC. Okay, they do a study, around 85%, they are all newcomer. 84.4 newcomer. Until now, meaning that they all look and see. They don't know how to cross over. They all wait. Even though government give them matching gun for 500,000, 70-30 ratio, they not dare to move on. You dare. You have no business model, no. You have no way of ROI. You dare to move? No. Why? Because there's no blueprint. Okay? Okay. So actually, the process is like this way. You do readiness assessment. This is what you do. You pay certain money, you get readiness assessment, right? Then you stop there. I tell you, we are encountered many CEO, many companies say they don't know what to do. They're stuck here. They cannot cross over. Why? Because you never go to blueprint. And then only blueprint, then you only do the implementation. That is the steps you cannot skip. Okay? So, now, then it's how to settle the skill set shortage in industry. Now, this is a digital transform industry. That's how we mentioned digital transformation. Actually, technology that we listen too much of technology, right? You go to any of the webinar, any of the seminar, they talk about 9 pillars. Talk about technology, IoT, cloud computing, whatever. After you go out from the hall, you still have a question mark. No. How? How am I going to implement the IoT? How am I going to implement the robotic? Because it is technology enabled. It's not functional. Understand? It's not functional. It's technology. Technology is not the one drive a company. It's a function of a certain person drive a company. Agree? So, inside here, there are 4 basic functional enabled over here. Automation, infrastructure, dashboard, and system. No matter what kind of company, whether you are in manufacturing, production, or services, you have all these 4 pillars. Basic one. Of course, there are more, but this is 4 basic. You need people in this area called a specialist, a TVEC student to help you to do this work, because this work here is skill set. You cannot ask engineer to do it because the cost is too high. Understand? They are not trained for this functional. They are trained for technology. That's why we call it technology enabled, knowledge worker, which is at the 9 pillar there. Then you need an architect also for you to do the blueprint and the roadmap planning. This is the way how we do. Strategic, holistically, structurally plan. Now, we have a framework for moving forward. Because we talk a lot, right? For the past few years, talk a lot. We need to have a way forward. The way forward framework, it looks like this way. First, you do the readiness assessment, management team assessor. Next, you go to the planning. You have your strategy. You need to attend, learn the new thing. You need to relearn. Not training, not training you, relearn, learning. Why learning? Because technology change so fast, business model change so fast. All this e-commerce also change very fast. So you need to relearn. You need to learn corporate readiness, for example. How are you going to prepare your company as a traditional move toward listed company? You have to change your mindset. The way of running business is not the same anymore. And very fast. You don't do it, you are out from the business. Then you need a finance because you need to have a ROI. And then you need to have information. This is about security, about the data, because you change the culture from manual process to the automatic process or robotic process. You need to taking care of the culture change. And if the culture change, there are a lot of sabotage, cyber attack, all is about the risks of the information. And if you haywire your information, your whole company will haywire also, right? Now, next one, you need to have an operation, because operations is a processes by process. You need to know which process here need to be improved, which one is not need to improve. You cannot simply invest, no. You have to study properly. So you have to go to learning how German, how other country, France. For this course is actually require productivity assessment and improvement by the German. This is called 𝐶TIM. 𝐶TIM is one of the largest. They signed MOU with us to conduct these classes from France. Okay, 1 day only. Then at the end here, these 4 persons here sit together and brainstorming here. Then they need someone to do some work, right? Not like go outside, NATO. Okay. So you must have someone sit inside there, take out all your idea, write a blueprint based on this 4 person. Then only you implement. When you implement, you need to have a solution, you need to have a talent, you need to have a consultancy, you need to have a governance. That is normal. But after this, you still have to do something. Why? Because our SME are so scared, very scared. You do first, you successful, then I follow. They are very scared. So you have to share your experiences. We need to influence. So you need to have a society, you need to have a convention to influence others to follow your track. This is called way forward framework. We limit how you should do. Okay? So, scale forward solution, actually, we have a few functions. One is human resource solution and consultancy. We We source talent from university, colleges, and polytechnic because we need to support the NSIP. We also do upskill, reskill training. We also do TVET vocational training. This is very important topic, but not today. Then Human Resource Development Corporation funding support. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lee. We'd like to invite Eddie to kindly present the next memento as a token of our appreciation to Dr. Lee from Skill Forward for joining us here today. Thank you very much on presenting the case for IR 4.0. And before we invite our next speaker, we'd like to direct your attention, ladies and gentlemen, to the screens as we roll for you a video to recap the groundbreaking ceremony for the first of its kind NSIP. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We are experiencing some technical difficulties on the video. We will be playing that video for you towards the end of the event. Before we get to the video, however, we'd like to introduce you to our final speaker from Green Quarter, the Managing Director, Mr. Nick Chin. Nick is among the few Malaysian experts in the energy and green consulting industry with over 14 years of experience in the local modeling and simulation engineering scene. He's passionate about working together with his clients to optimize energy efficiency across buildings of all types and has lent his expertise to a wide range of projects from government to private buildings to sustainable master planning developments. Nick's skill is working within the variables of the Malaysian climate in implementing his designs, taking advantage of our tropical, sunny and rainy weather to maximize energy efficiency. Please welcome Nick Chin, Green Quarter Managing Director, to talk to us on the advantages of the green energy.
Thank you for the introductions, Mr. MC. Congratulations again to the NCT group for groundbreaking of NSIP, and thank you for having me for being one of the speaker. How many of you agree that being a last speaker is very difficult? Right, hope you can help me a little bit on that. Right, okay, I have been given 15 minutes on the topic of benefit of green IE certification. So let me quickly recap on why we want to adopt green building certifications, such as green IE certifications. This year is forecast to be one of the hottest on record, with global average temperature to be about 1.2 C. So if correct, it would be the 10th year in the row to see global average temperature reach at least 1 C above. So you may have already experienced the intense drought, heavy downpours, heavy snowfall of course, in other countries, and extreme heat happening at the same time in different parts of the world. So these climate extremes are becoming more common as carbon dioxide continues to trap heat in our atmosphere. The Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change, in short IPCC, quoted, it is estimated that at present buildings contribute as much as 1/3 of global greenhouse gas emission, primarily through the use of fossil fuels during their operation phase. So it is this 1/3 where NCT, Smart Industrial Park, in short NSIP, giving its commitment to drive sustainability by adopting Green IE Township certifications. NSIP is inspired Green IE Industrial Park. There are 6 elements in Green IE Industrial Park, namely energy efficiency, green building and green transport, water management or water efficiency, community and innovations, material and waste management, environment planning. Right. Sustainability is crucial for industrial park for several reasons: environmental impact, health benefits, social responsibility, economic benefit, and regulatory compliance. Sustainable practices can help ensure the long-term viability of industrial park by reducing their environmental impact, minimizing resources consumptions, and ensuring regulatory compliance. Let's say the benefits that I'm presenting is what I think. Would you want to be keen to hear from the building owners or investor? All right. So these are the data that, not what I said, but a survey done in year 2021. Right. So it said that owner investors say that lowering operating costs, majority. That's why they want to pursue sustainability certifications. The second thing is, they say that it's the right thing to do. And of course, the third one is healthier buildings, right? Healthier buildings lead to lesser MC, if you want to track it, okay? And internal corporate commitments, environmental regulations, and market transformations, of course, market demands. And how about this, right? Benefits of using rating system, right? So probably you can read through. Yeah, the very first one is ability to create better performing buildings. 64%. Provides third-party verification that buildings is green, so it's no longer that I say that my development is better than your development in terms of sustainability, or my development where I say is greener than yours. So how to benchmark that, right? The third one provides marketing and competitive advantages. So encourage use of an integrated design team. So it's a well-integrated, holistic design. Provides a common language in the industry, right? So when we say about green, how green, right? So we'll be looking at green IE rating tools. So you're looking at level bronze. So what is the development like? Or bronze, silver, gold, right? There's somewhat like a benchmarking. So if you're looking at the international development, such as adopting perhaps like LEED certifications or WELL certifications, so then everyone will have a clue on what you are referring to. If you're talking about, oh, my development is LEED certified, or my development is gold certified, okay? And of course, an opportunity to learn more, right? So not merely the developers, but also the whole entire consultants and whole entire teams. Right, and so on and so forth. And of course, the last one is government financial incentive for green buildings, right? So this was taken, survey taken 2021, but today I would think that this is probably the top, if it's not the second, most important reasons for a developer or an owner to pursue this. So on that note, 3 days ago, there was a bank briefing. So I took a photo on this. It's not very clear on this, right? So these are the 4 pillars that now banks are looking into, right? So there's only one bank. So you're looking at SME green renewable energy financing. So then you have, of course, SME green construction financing. And those numbers at the below, you can also look into that. And I must say that this is one of the reasons why not only the developers, but as a purchaser or an investor, if I'm buying a green building certified, I'll be eligible for a lower interest rate. Okay? All right. I'm done. Since this is the last presenter, I'm well aware that, it's pretty hard, to stay awake, okay? So I'm done. So before I conclude my presentations, probably 2 minutes about my organizations, okay? So what we do, we provide a virtual environment, or in other words, environmental design. So for instance, we evaluate the development or the buildings virtually, right? So we call it dynamic energy simulations. So let's say natural sunlight, we want the light, we don't want the heat, we don't want the glare. All those things can be done virtually, right? Yeah, maybe another thing that worth for me to mention is CFD, right? Computational fluid dynamics. So layman, we call it a cross ventilation, right? So for instance, your house, you want it to be, hey, I don't want to turn on aircon, I want it to be a natural ventilated. So how to go about this, right? And so there are such software out there in allowing to help you, to assist you in terms of optimizing your design. And some of the places that you want the natural sunlight, you want the natural wind, but you don't want the rain, right? When the rains come, right? So how to go about it? So we call it a wind-driven rain. Okay, so I just quickly run through. So the other services that we're providing, it's also compliance to green building certifications, may be compliant to the Malaysia rating tools, US, Singapore, UK, and Australia as well. And about 2 years ago, we also extended our services in providing carbon consultancy. So so this is some of the work that we have done and been recognized by the market, and some of the work that we have done. So in short, that we have helped our clients in achieving their sustainability goals, right? So we also help our clients to craft out their carbon framework as well. Okay. So that's all on my side. So with that, I conclude my presentations, and I'll be around and hope I will be able to meet some of you. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. MC.
Thank you, Nick. Please kindly remain on stage as I invite Eddie back up on stage to present a memento of our appreciation to Nick for joining us and sharing his wealth of experience with all of you today. Thank you very much, Nick Chin, Green Quarter Managing Director. And once again, thank you, Eddie, for presenting the memento. As promised, ladies and gentlemen, to kind of wrap up the stage event for today, we'd like to direct your attention for a video which will showcase the groundbreaking ceremony from earlier this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy. It is indeed the gateway to global NSIP. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We have a networking session prepared with some refreshments outside. Please do kindly enjoy yourselves. And for those of us who are fasting, do kindly obtain the Buka Puasa voucher, which is specially curated for our Muslim friends who will be fasting and breaking the fast later in the evening. On that note, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you as being part of the NSIP, the first of its kind in Malaysia. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day ahead.